Talkers. We are here again. I'm Sage, and this is Taylor, as always. So let's get started. We started up this podcast because we wanted to bring something new to the table and do something for ourselves, and want to talk about a few things. Why we came to the city, what brought us here, and why we're doing this now.
That's what we're getting into? Sick. Yeah. Alright, cool. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Okay, well...
interview me first about coming to Vancouver.
Okay. Alright, Taylor. So, tell us a little bit about why you came to Vancouver, and...
Well, I'm from a place. Everybody. It's in the north, as you Game of Thrones fans would say. I'm from the north, and
Is that what they say?
What a bunch of other Canadians would say is I'm from the Northwest Territories, and lived there most of my life. Always wanted to move to Vancouver. Never did. After I graduated school, like fucking 8 years ago, and then just had the opportunity, man, and was like, I'm over living in Yellowknife. I want to live in Vancouver. I want to go skate because I like to skateboard. It's good to skate here. If you don't skate, whatever, then you don't really know what it's like to skate here.
True.
But other than that, yeah, I just came here because I had friends here too. That's a big thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was what the main thing was for me.
Homies, definitely had homies here, so it was like easy. It's not like I had to meet people. Yeah. And it's not minus 40 Celsius. So you Americans out there, minus 40 Celsius is also minus 40 Fahrenheit.
Oh,
look it up. It's real.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like I should be wearing a toque, but it's cool.
Okay,
it's cool.
Basically, I graduated.
You did?
Yeah.
Shit, nice, dude. Yeah. Nice.
Basically, I graduated.
That's good, man. That's good.
That's a plus. And then I was like, I don't want to be in Abbotsford anymore because it's really not the best place to be.
Yeah, Abbotsford, BC.
Yeah, and was looking to move to Vancouver. Already had a couple friends that lived out here, and my friend Ryan, he wanted a roommate, so I moved in with him. Started off from there. Sold my car, got the money, put down the rent, and here we are. 2 years later, I think 3 years. Yeah.
I don't know. I moved here like
3 years, I think.
February of 2017. Yeah, February 2017.
Yeah.
So coming up on 2 years for me. So it's got to be longer for you because
it's
you were
already
here when I got here.
Let's think actually. Yeah, it's 3, at least 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, there you have it. And, you always have a certain idea of what somewhere might be like before you move there. And then a couple of years go past, and then you're actually living there. And it's a lot different in my experience. What do you think? Before you ever moved to Vancouver, the idea you had of living in Vancouver, was that different than what it actually is like now? In a couple of ways for me, but like not totally different. Also, just I think I've changed.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, cause when I was younger, I was like, "Yo, skate every day."
Yeah,
skate every day, yo. Like, throw them up, like pound the bros, like hanging out, like job, whatever, dude, like. And then it was like graduated, and then you realize that's all just a fucking pipe dream. And depending on who you are, it's like a little bit depressing. I mean, if you're like a really good skater, then then you get to like live the dream a little bit. But like most pro skaters say, the dream isn't that great, anyways. It's just another career. You're just good at something.
Yeah.
But it's just like nice to be acknowledged for being good at something.
So you thought living in Vancouver was being a pro skater?
I thought living in Vancouver would be the closest thing that I could ever become to being a pro skater. Is literally just like living somewhere, living in the closest place, basically, to other people that are good at skateboarding. Because like I'm not super good at skateboarding, but like I'll at least go somewhere where like there's like pros come here. There's demos. There's like I can't be a pro skateboarder, but like I'll go to the place where like I can experience skateboarding in multiple different ways, like as much as I can, and that's Vancouver.
Yeah.
Or like I mean, honestly, like some people could argue like Montreal. Hey, but fuck the Habs, man. I'm a Leafs fan. Yeah. I don't mess with those Habs, yo. Those guys are garbage.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember saying to my dad when I was younger, I was like, "Oh yeah, as long as I have an apartment like in Vancouver, I'm just like chilling. Like that's good enough for me." And I'm like, "Okay, well, honestly, like, there's nothing. Like, it's not that dope." Like,
yeah.
And like, I don't know, but I don't know. Like, also, where I'm at with it is like, I think I've just like. Think I'm different than I was when I first wanted to move here, so that's fine.
Yeah.
It's also a thing.
Yeah. Don't talk so quietly.
Okay.
Well, you just, your voice is fluctuating.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it steady. I'm saying. But yeah, dude, freaking, that's tight. You did school here for a little bit too, right?
Yeah, I just like went to school every Saturday for like a while for journalism, but I just like got really drunk on Fridays, and then I went to school in the morning. I was just hungover, and it was just like a fight to even stay awake.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did school too. And my opinion on school is that it kind of freaking sucks. And I hate it. And I don't want to do it ever again. I do not like the capitalist bullshit that comes with academics and the people teaching you, and how they feel the need to be the boss over you when they're the ones getting paid and you're the ones paying. It's like, why would a car salesman, if you ask for a good deal and a good thing on a car, and he's like, oh, like, I work commission, like, I gotta sell a car, I can't, but like, I can only get so much off the thing, and it's like, well, that's great, but you're not the one spending 50 G's on a car.
Yeah.
Like, you're just not getting the profit that you want. You know what I mean? And so it's like, it's almost like that. It's like, why are you telling me I cannot be late? I have to do all this bullshit. Like, treat me like a freaking, like, treat it like it's high school still. And yet I'm paying the price of a car. The price of a freaking car. Like, I could get a new car. Like, go to school, new car. I would like to tell people, just go and work a job. Buy yourself a nice car. Invest your money in your car. Keep your vehicle nice, well maintained. Use that vehicle to get to and from work. Invest that money. And then,
Or
maybe when that car's paid off, look at going to school. And then, who knows, maybe school's like, yo, it's really expensive. And then you've invested money into this
sell your
vehicle.
car.
Yeah, you've invested money into this vehicle. You sell your vehicle to pay for school so you don't have to get a loan, which you'd have to pay more interest on.
All I'm saying is if you have a car right now, you should probably sell it.
No. I'm not going to sell my car because I also need it for work.
Yeah, but think about the money you get for the car.
I probably none. My car's a piece of shit.
No, I don't.
I would just like lose money. The amount of money I would like need to put into it to like fix it in order to sell it and then to sell it, I'd probably just would have given the mechanic like $200 and not.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that because I'm kind of just bummed that I sold my car because I miss it. Kind of, it was a nice one.
What did you drive? What did you drive?
A Chevy Cobalt, 2006. Had like had the key fob that you can open the trunk with. Dude, it was G.
Dude, that's like the biggest feature you were most excited about?
Yeah, dude.
Was the key. Oh my gosh.
I'm just fucking playing around. I don't even like driving. That's why I sold my car to move here.
You don't even like driving?
No, I don't.
Yeah, driving sucks. If you're from Vancouver, I mean, if you're from Vancouver and you've learned how to drive here,
I don't like driving at all.
If you're from Vancouver and you learn how to drive in Vancouver, I don't consider you a legal driving person because everyone that drives here that's from here seems to freaking suck at driving, yo. And then everybody that's
drive here.
Not from here comes and tries to drive here with all the people that don't know how to drive here that are from here, and it's just this big clusterfuck of basically just garbage and nonsense and crashes. And it's just like for us people that like are good at driving and have clean records, knock on wood. I don't like saying that. I feel like I just jinxed myself. Do you knock on wood again? Or
no.
Okay, I'm good. I knocked on the wood, but I got no demerits or anything. So like, what the fuck, man? Learn how to drive, peeps. It's
I have nothing to say about that. I don't be on the roads. I ain't being on the roads, dude.
You ain't being on the roads, dog. You're not being on them roads.
I'm not on them roads.
You ain't working them corners on the roads.
Definitely not doing no corners.
Doing corners, going sideways, pulling that e-brake. You never done that?
No.
Never pulled the e-brake?
I pulled.
Yeah, you've pulled the e-brake. Give us your best e-brake story, dog.
Dude, e-brake story.
Yeah, passenger or driver.
Okay, I have one that's... no, actually.
You could have been the passenger or you could have been the driver.
No, I don't have one that... One time when I was like 5 years old, or maybe a little older, I lived in Kelowna. I got left in the car, and the car started rolling backwards down a fucking mountain. Like, I lived on like a mountain in an orchard, and I was stuck in the car, and it started rolling backwards. My mom left the e-brake off, and my stepdad was like in the garden, like gardening, and he like ran and like stopped it with his foot, and like ran over his foot, and I think it was okay, but I would have just like actually probably died right there.
But you pulled the e-brake?
I didn't touch the e-brake. It was just the e-brake was left off.
Oh, shit.
And it just started. She was just running in to grab something. Like,
damn. That sucks.
Yeah, that's one I can think off the top of my head. There's another one I can think of that's funny, but it's just a story that I heard. It's nothing that happened to me. But
if it's just a story, then that doesn't count. Nobody wants to hear a story about a story somebody else told you.
Yeah, true. Okay, what about yours?
Okay, so grade 9, I think it was. I had like photo class, and like being from the Northwest Territories where the ice road truckers are, if you've heard of that, there's mad ice roads. And like I hadn't really driven that much, like grade 9, like I think I like just had my learner's license or whatever. And for this like photography class, we could like go out, like leave the school And so this kid had a car. Man, maybe it was like grade 10. Yeah, it must have been grade 10. Because this kid would have had a car. Yeah, and it would have been, yeah. This kid had a car, we would have been just turning 16. So maybe grade 10 or 11. But I still had my learners, and really hadn't driven that much before. And went out onto the ice road, and he like pulled the e-brake, just like spun around. I was like, oh, tight.
Ice road?
Yeah. And I was like, yo, can I try? And he was like, yeah, hell yeah, man. Like, what do you, like, you can't really brake much, right? Like, it's ice and snow. And so I like went and like pulled the e-brake, and I was like, didn't really pay attention, but like I actually like kept my foot on the gas. So we were going sideways. And then, like, next thing I know, we're sideways, but then we're also, like, going forward towards the bank, and I, like, full-on had, like, what would have been, like, a proper drift around a corner, but, like, not because I was on a straight road, and then because I was gassing it, too, I was, like, going, I don't know, like, what a proper drift would look like, but totally accidental, not realizing that, like, I should have just pulled the e-brake and taken my foot off the gas and just spun around. Basically, we end up on this snowbank, just like the car teeter-totters on a snowbank, and we're just like, fuck. And I'm like, fuck, I might just fuck this dude's car up. Anyways, so next thing you know, like this ice road, it goes to an Aboriginal community called Detta. These like two Aboriginal guys like pull up in their truck. And they're like, oh, yeah, like, it's all good. Like, we can pull you out. It's chill. And, but, like, one guy, like, just, like, had a fucking Mickey on him. And, like, he was just, like, chilling with the Mickey. And then next thing you know, like, he's chilling. Like, they both are, like, sipping this Mickey, the driver and this guy. And they, like, by this time, they've, like, roped the car up to their truck. And they're, like, about to pull it out. And then
they're sitting in Mickey.
And then freaking like whoop whoop, freaking One Time shows up.
What?
And we're like, oh shit, like
I knew you had a good story. You're so stoked to tell it.
Shit, like One Time's here. Like I was like, oh.
What's One Time? So they call it in Yellowknife? What?
Yeah, like freaking 5-0.
I said they said One Time. I never heard that one.
One Time.
Never heard that one.
No, you never heard that one? That's not even like a Yellowknife thing. That's just like a freaking thing. Like say like one time, you know.
Okay, I'm just
5-0 one time.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not on.
Anyway, so freaking police show up, and these dudes like kind of like hide their Mickey, like oh shit, and the police. But the only good thing about this is, you're like technically on the lake. It's not like there's no actual like road laws that you can like follow. It's not like a
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you're on the ice. Like
yeah.
You're on the ice road, yeah.
And so like the cops can't really like do much to you in terms of like giving you a ticket and stuff. And whatnot, and I think we were like far enough out that it's like actually kind of outside city limits too. They just like patrol it, like if they get calls or something. And like that, or they like must have seen us from the road, but nothing really happened. They just like asked to see the like license and registration. It was all clean and chill, and the guys ended up like pulling us out. But like Buddy like had to go and like he didn't have like one piece of paper, but they like looked it up on their computer and it said that he had it, and so he had to like go to the police station like basically like after school or whatever, go home, get this piece of paper, and go back, and then like there was so much snow just like and ice like caked under his car. That he like had to go to the freaking like car wash and like pressure wash under his car. So I had to give him like $20 to go to the car wash.
Oh shit!
That was the one driving, and it was just like hectic.
That's crazy.
And we were late getting back to class, too. Yeah, that too. Definitely late getting back to class. Definitely got a lot better at pulling the brake after that.
Yeah.
Definitely am an ice road drifter now. Definitely, if anybody ever up there, you want to go for a spin in the wintertime on the ice roads, take it for a freaking crazy ride.
Okay, well, I gotta pee really bad.
Pee? Pee break?
Yeah.
Alright, we are taking a pause. Intermission. Shorty skateboard.
And just like you said last time, we don't got Coors today. We got something else. So
I got a big, tall Corona.
and I got a Miller High Life.
I have a good tasting beer.
6-pack. I'm on my 5th one.
He has what they call champagne with beer, but really,
I'm on my 5th beer, guys.
True, because
so
it's super bubbly and fizzy.
Let's talk
and
about
it's
that.
like,
That's all good. It's all good.
Anyways.
Yeah, okay. So, I have a story that I want to tell.
Really?
Yeah.
Say to the story. Who wants to tell?
In my younger days,
how old are we talking here?
This was grade 12, maybe just a year after, around that time. Summer after.
Alright, so we're talking like 18, 19 here.
19.
19, for sure. Alright, so last year.
yeah. Anyway, in Abbotsford, I used to ditch cabs with my friends sometimes, and it would be really fun. And I know it sounds terrible. My mature brain now looks back on it and shakes my head, but
fucking mature brain you have.
Anyway, when I first moved to Vancouver, I got a strong but quick lesson on why it's not a good idea to ditch cabs, because cab drivers, as most people know, are way more aggressive in Vancouver.
Yeah, man, from probably gnarly countries.
Probably from assholes like me that try to do this type of
and
shit.
Puke in their car.
So, me and Ryan and Dave, all, and if you know, you know, on a first name basis. And we all took a cab, and I mean, we're all from Abbotsford. We all knew that what we were doing there. So we tried to ditch the cab, and so I run out first, and then they run out, and I ran into this like complex, into like behind some buildings, and I was waiting, and I was like just chilling there, and I was like, okay, well, like they're gonna probably be gone by now. Like there's no way that they're still there. Like they've had to have left. Like the whole ordeal is done, because I was waiting for a while. And then so I went back there, and I turned the corner, and the cab is parked with the door wide open, and then I just see the cab driver come around the corner and look at me and start just running like freaking Terminator at me. And I was just like, holy fuck, okay, fuck. And then I just like kind of just like gave up, and it's like he just like grabbed me and threw me into the back of the cab by the neck, man. He grabbed me and threw me in the back of the cab, choke slammed me onto the seat. He's like, you pay now. And I was like, okay, dude, fuck, how much is it? He's like, $15. I was like, okay. Reached in my wallet, gave him a 20, and he let me go.
So you paid an extra $5?
Well, yeah, fuck. I mean, he was choke slamming me, but he was gonna, dude, $15. We were just assholes. I look back on it now, we were just assholes. And,
you just gotta act a little bit crazier than he is, man.
But no, I don't know.
It's like there was a bee in your cab, bro.
We were wrong on our part.
There was a bee in your cab. Had to get the fuck out.
But I was also really dumb for going back to the scene of the crime, because like I could have just easily walked to our house and they would have met me there, because they got away and I got out of the cab before they did.
True.
But yeah, that's why I don't ditch cabs anymore.
You live and you learn, dude.
Yeah.
I learned the other day never to buy Coca-Cola Zero.
Terrible.
I like regular Coke, but I'm kind of getting fat drinking it because I drink a lot of it.
I don't like Coca-Cola at all.
So I got Coca-Cola Zero.
I don't like Coca-Cola as a company. I don't like it as a brand. Anyone that works for Coca-Cola can suck it, first of all. That's third. That's 3 things I don't like.
Word.
So what do you gotta say?
Not much. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, so...
Taylor works for Coca-Cola, if you guys...
Dude, don't just blast that out there. What if they see this and they're like, yeah, we don't want you working for this company because you're just talking about crazy crap on a freaking YouTube channel, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they're just gonna look up my name and here it is.
I shouldn't have said where you work for.
Coca-Cola. beverages. Drink them.
Maybe
when
they'll
you're
sponsor
thirsty.
us. This is a new way.
Are you thirsty? Drink a Dasani, an Evian, a Smart Water. I'm naming other water products first.
Okay.
So that
I don't.
Well, I want to promote water, not drinking pop. I mean, you know what I mean? Stay hydrated. Water is fractal. Did you know that?
Oh!
Water is fractal.
What does fractal mean again?
I think what it means is like, if you look at it under a microscope, the particle is like non-moving, so it doesn't just like continue. Like, you know how some things just like are continuous, like some protons and neutrons are just like continuously moving.
Okay.
It's like fractal, and it's just like one on top of the other. Do you know what I mean? It's like particle on top of particle on top of particle making.
We need someone to look that up.
Well, no, just
look that up, guys at home, and DM us about it.
Dude, yo, Jamie. Just kidding. Yeah, right.
Dude, that's what I was saying. They can look it up at home.
We need a podcast guru. When we hit 100, we'll convince a poor soul.
No, dude, this is like we can't talk about it because that's like talking about being sponsored before you start skateboarding. Like, we can't.
Dude, I'm pretty sure every kid thinks that. Like, every pro that's sponsored was like,
you know
yeah,
what I mean, though?
I
Like,
want to be
cool.
sponsored.
We can't
I want to be sponsored. Dude, I want this podcast to go viral as fuck. We're going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
People are going to be calling us to be like, yo, I want to be on your show. Me and Sage actually went to a New Year's party, and
everyone wants to be on our show already.
dude, we kind of got drunk and just like told everybody we had a podcast and told them that they were going to be on the show because everybody we met, we just thought was cool and they'd be good. But basically just like 3 people.
Do we have, yeah,
but I had
numbers?
like,
have their numbers.
Yeah, I do still.
Okay, well, let's call
numbers.
them right now.
No, because my phone is what's filming this podcast
okay,
right now.
I got a number to call, maybe. No,
do you actually have a number to call?
Dude, I have this guy, Rob, that wanted to be on the podcast.
Is he the guy with glasses and long hair?
No,
Oh,
not.
shit.
I didn't meet him at the party. This other guy.
Oh, weird.
Okay, I don't know, but he said he's met Joe Rogan, so we gotta get him live in studio.
True, he's met Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he worked out with Joe Rogan, man. This guy.
Sweet. Worked out with him, or just like worked out in the vicinity of Joe?
I don't know, because he has a picture with Joe. So there you go.
Were they sweaty together?
Yeah.
Damn. That's tight.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to be sweaty with Joe Rogan. You know that one video where he's just like going off sober October, sets the alarm off in his house?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it just pisses brown water.
It's gross.
Dude, meaty bald men. Love them.
Gross.
Can't live with them, can't live with them. I don't like them. Just kidding. I like the podcast though.
I don't like them. Wait.
Oh, buddy.
Let's go back here to. Alright.
Check your notes here. Sage wrote notes for this podcast so that we're actually a little bit more prepared, which is helpful.
Oh, okay. I have this.
We're on your last things here, so you can wrap it up soon.
Yeah. So, we're gonna do just the classic, this or that type of deal.
Okay.
Okay, let me think of something.
I mean, you haven't thought of something? You haven't have something thought up? All right. How about this?
Give me 2 things.
All right, I'm going to give you 2 things. So there's a theory based on what everybody thinks, and like
Based
that
on what
theory.
everybody thinks.
Shut up. The general population. And that is that, aliens, extraterrestrials, outer space, spaceships, UFOs and those kinds of things, right? Like UFOs, unidentified flying objects, space, other planets that have existence on them, right?
Okay.
That theory of extraterrestrial. And now there's this other theory, right?
Yeah.
And that's when you're hot, a whole bunch of scientists who have explored DMT have all said while they've been on DMT, they have been faced with entities that during these experiences, 20 or 15 or 20 different people during these experiences on DMT on separate occasions, all documented during their trip on DMT, being visited by entities saying, "We're so glad you have this technology to communicate with you now." And it's these entities,
Are you saying that
and
DMT
that
is a technology?
And what I'm saying is, do you think that what we think aliens are is actually wrong? So, do you think you're a believer of aliens, UFOs, or do you think it's maybe something
Spirits?
else more significant, like dimensions?
Well,
So dimensional theory of different dimensions, and those beings from different dimensions are what we think are extraterrestrial, or do you actually think that our solar system is so big that there's just other aliens out there on spaceships flying around?
I'm leaning towards the first one, that it's the other dimension thing.
Yeah, right. Right.
I'm leaning towards that one, just because of my experience with psychedelics personally.
Because these
makes way more sense to me.
These are two different extraterrestrial, because these people have these experiences in what, like, you're on DMT or feeling like your consciousness and your is different. You're rewiring certain things in your brain, which may cause your senses to be more open to senses that your body doesn't naturally see or feel, and those senses may be sensing other dimensions or other, quantum string theories and whatnot, basically. And in those circumstances, these people on DMT have claimed to have been in contact with what they say entities, but an entity can also be another word for, like, an extraterrestrial, like a something you don't know what it is, something non-humanoid, something not from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it could be from Earth. Some people think aliens are from Earth and they left another bag or something like that, right? So this was a big one, man. This wasn't just no Joe Schmo. And it's like, really makes you think. It's like, what kind of extraterrestrial do you believe in? Do you believe in space is so big? Or do you believe that space is so big that it connects to different dimensions?
Well, we've never been to space, so we don't know what it's like. Maybe if you go to space, you enter a different dimension.
Dude, Buzz Aldrin's been in space. Yeah, like well, that's the thing too, because, like, time moves
differently in space. It would have to.
Yeah.
So if you're changing the way that time moves, then you would have to enter a different dimension. Done. Figured it out.
Mind blown. Alright.
Okay, there it is, guys. We just figured it out. Vancouver podcast. You heard it first. When you enter space, you enter a different dimension.
Yep.
Done.
Episode 2 in the wraps.
Figured it out. That's a perfect thing to end it on, because I think that was a breakthrough.
Yeah. I'm going to go do the rest of my laundry now.
Sweet.
Cheers. Peace out, guys.